Good evening from InvestSharp's.com. This is Randy Smotone with your Friday, January the 28th market update. So we had a pretty awful day actually in the market. If you were long anyway, if you're short, it's no big deal, and if for longer term investments, it's really no big deal either. So, but thanks to the unrest there in Egypt, had a huge down day with tons of volume behind it. So we'll start off here. The dollar, gold, silver, copper, and oil were all up. Light sweet crude futures jumped $3.70 to settle at $89.34 a barrel. So looking at the dollar ETF UUP, had a nice little pop here with some volume. Jumping over to the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point Figure Chart. Of course, I mean, it didn't change. We're on a sell signal here, right? And we did have a three-box reversal, but now for it to actually go on a buy signal, we would have to print 93. We need to print one box higher than the previous column of X's. So for us to go back on a buy signal on crude, we'd need to print 93. So we'll be watching for that. So, but it quite a reversal today. Let's go take a look at the Dow. Since it actually held up the best, even though it was down on 166 points. Closed at 11,823. We did get down to 11,803. And of course we took out the 10-day here. Have not quite got to the 20-day. I mean, we could I don't know, I don't know what we'll exactly do Monday. I mean, we may start off weak. I'm sure we may have some more downside. We've been on such a huge run, but you know, I don't expect anything too awful, but the market often surprises, so we'll see how it goes into next week. S&P, today is the first day we've actually closed out of this. You know, we've been kind of in this channel up, right? And we've been holding the 10-day, the light blue line, went flying through that, took out the 20. So we're nearing the 30. 30-day is here at 1,272. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, even if we get back to say the 1250 level, which is somewhere, you know, near the 50-day moving average, I mean, that's only about 4% or something pullback. That's not all that much of a pullback. So we'll be watching for that next week as well. The Russell was the weakest. Of course, risk was off. So, and Russell pretty much closed at right at low of day. So very bearish on the Russell. So down 2.52%. Still does have it's actually nearing the 50, and you know, it got almost to the 50 here. So it has had some support around this you know, 770 773 level. So we'll see if it can hold this time. And you know, again, I wouldn't see the Russell get back here. This is a weekly line, somewhere around 750. Even maybe test this where we had the breakout here in December and get back at you know, at least to here. And we'll take a quick look at the Nasdaq as well. Nasdaq went flying through the 30, and you know, we did actually, when we ran in this trend line where we actually broke the uptrend, and we got rejected and, you know, pulled back a little bit. Of course, then we had the news, so really made us pull back. Looking at gold. Gold had a nice bounce today. Nice buying, and you know, took out this high. We did not you know, we did not close over this high, though. I would have liked to seen us close over this, but gold, GLD, definitely some buyers stepping back in. Whoops, SLV also had a nice reversal here. Looks like a outside bullish type reversal on SLV. It was very strong. Copper holding up well. And the euro took a little bit of a hit today, down 0.94%. Still above the 10-day moving average. And then VIX VIX is incredible, so 24.09%, went flying higher, and also at like high of day. So when we closed, so it's pretty incredible. Volume was like 140% above average daily volume. So definitely panic sellers, and there were some things out there that held up well, but overall market was definitely pretty much panic selling over what's going on in Egypt. And of course, then you've got the weekend that, you know, you don't know what's going to escalate there. So typically traders don't want to hold. So I'm sure that also increased, since it was on a Friday, increased the selling as well. Let's go look at the McClellan oscillator. All right, so we're just now down at minus 24, so we're still pretty neutral. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Also minus 37, so still, we need to be at minus 50 or more really to be considered oversold. Let's go take a look at the sectors. So we actually had two sectors of the 16 that we followed finish in the green. The gold index had the largest percent gain, which was up 0.41%. Then oil services also managed to close green. Biotech, the biotech index was the weakest. It was down 3.29%. And retail, semis, industrial transportation, all that was very weak. Of course, Fridays, there's no chart watch on Fridays. We do have economic data out on Monday. We have a lot of data out next week in general. Towards the end of the week, we got the employment situation report and just various data. China's got some data that'll be out next week, early next week, so we'll be watching that as well. But on Monday morning, we're gonna have personal income and outlays at 8:30 a.m. and then we'll get the Chicago PMI at 9:40 a.m. Of course, that's in Eastern time. Let's go over and. Of course, what moved today didn't change any of this, all on buy signals. The Russell was already on a sell signal, so the Russell remains on a sell signal. So none of this has changed. Let's take a quick look here. I mean, we're pretty much in the stratosphere on the point figure chart on these things. I mean, Dow is like, way up here. For us to go back on a sell signal on Dow, we would have to print 10,900. We'd have to take out the prior column of O's to go on a sell signal on the Dow. So I don't think we're going to go on a sell signal this whole year. I'll be surprised if the market gets that weak. But I mean, it's possible. But I'll be surprised if the Dow goes on a sell signal the rest of the year. So now I don't know how deep we might pull back at some point during the year. But so probably, like I said, unlikely. The S&P, again, we have to go way down here, which it's possible. I mean, we have to print 1170. Nasdaq's probably possible because all we have to do is print 2450, right? And we could go back on a sell signal. We'll see. I mean, I'm just expecting a pretty good year overall, but you never know what could derail the market, especially short term like today. And then Russell, of course, Russell was already on a sell signal with a bearish price of 740. So that kind of a close to about the area that on the traditional chart. Let's go back over here that I talked about on the Russell. I said, somewhere around the 750 with some weekly, but around this, it's about 735. You could tell it's, between the 735, 740. That would be about possible about. So this may actually wind up playing out. So we'll continue to watch that. And let's look at gold. So gold bearish price today of 1290. We did not get there. We also have some support here, so we were reversing. So we'll see what gold does next week, but definitely some people stepping in and buying today. Silver has did not go on a sell signal. So we're right here. Whoops, and I can't type. Alright, what is it doing? Of course it's trying to open another window. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Alright, so let's get back over here. Get copper. Alright, so copper did go on a sell signal with a $4 price. We'll go back on a buy signal on copper if we print 440, right? We need to print one box higher than the previous column of X's. So we're still on a sell signal on copper. All right, so that is really all I have for today. Have a great weekend. It'll be interesting to see how the market starts off this next week. All right, thanks.